All right, we are back. We're talking to Gage in Florida about how to wake up his buddy and what source articles to send him to. And, you know, my biggest thing is to always send him to the source articles that we're reporting on in Infowars. Video clips always work best, in my opinion. And, of course, our documentary films, which are backed up by mostly source articles, a.k.a. New York Times, Washington Post, that sort of thing, and experts on video giving interviews such as Webster Tarpley in Alex Jones's film, people like Bo Dietl, Joe Biden, trying to think who else, Ray McGovern, Cynthia McKinney, J. Michael Springman, just all these different experts, and that's usually how I would go.
Yeah, I had him I had him actually watch the video you guys came out with about the New World Order. What is it? It's the one.
Endgame?
The book. Yeah, Endgame. That's what I'm looking for. 1.5 or something like that.
Endgame 1.5, you really should have given him Endgame, because Endgame 1.5 is a little bit longer, a little bit more long-winded, obviously not edited as well as it was an add-on, but definitely get him to watch the original Endgame. And if he's, doesn't know about 9/11, give him Fabled Enemies first and then Loose Change Final Cut second. I mean, that is full of source articles. Go ahead.
That's just the thing. He believes that 9/11 was, falsified, and I told him about all the pictures and stuff they came out with, and they didn't see a plane hit the friggin' Pentagon, but yet there's an explosion, and there are certain things that aren't damaged in the video, of like the computer on one of the desks wasn't even fried. The desk is wooden and wasn't even burned.
Well, you know what? You can for the Pentagon itself right now. There's something you could send them to do that has nothing to do with what hit the Pentagon, but why it hit the Pentagon in the first place. Dick Cheney is around giving these speeches, kind of doing his WWE politics thing against the Barack Obama administration. Well, during his speech yesterday, he admitted once more that an hour before the Pentagon, he was taken by Secret Service into the Presidential Emergency Operating Center. And he was there and knew damn well that a plane was coming into the Pentagon, according to Norman Mineta, the transportation secretary, and allowed it to happen. He had an MP come in 3 separate times going, "Sir, the plane is 100 miles out. Sir, the plane is 50 miles out. Sir, the plane is 10 miles out." And then he asked, "Do the orders still stand?" Cheney says, "Of course the orders still stand. Have you heard anything to the contrary?" Well, if Cheney was aware of this, why didn't he warn the people in the Pentagon? They had no idea. He should be indicted for treason, and that should be the opening. He should be the one subpoenaed, indicted, and that's where the first 9/11 investigation into this inside job should lay, in Dick Cheney's falsified testimony. Go ahead.
Also, he wants, like I'm saying, he wants to know, and he looks at the Drudge report, and that has a lot of stuff on there from different things to around the world. Anyway, we go back and forth on it, but the biggest thing that I'm coming across now is, if you've noticed, a couple years ago when you come out of college, 50% of college kids had jobs when they got out of school. Now it's staggering. It's 19% have jobs now. Why would they do that if they want people to, in our world, want us to succeed and do well in this world?
They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to do well. They want you to become dependent on the state. 19% coming out of college to pay off their student loans is great for the state, because they just passed the GIVE Act, which radically expands the AmeriCorps group. And that's why you're seeing these city year commercials all over the place. They want you to join a DHS program. They want you to join the military. They want you to join something that is government run. They don't want you in the private sector. And they know that you're going to have to go into the government sector, because you're going to have to pay back your student loans from all the universities. They don't want an informed populace. George Carlin really laid it down in Life is Worth Losing, where he says it correctly. He says, look, they want you just smart enough so you can operate the machines and the levers and run the businesses and that type of thing. They want you dumb enough so you never question authority in the government and what they're doing to you. I thank you for the call. Let's go to, who are we on now? We are on Adam in Nevada. Adam, you're on the line.
Mr. Bermas, I've been waiting some time. My phone died on the original call.
No, I saw. I got the Adam dropped in front of me. I didn't realize that was you back here. Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Bermas. The point is kind of lost now, but I'm still going to make it. and I certainly hope I don't get you in trouble for an anti-Semitic comment here, but this pedophile child molester stuff has to end. There's real news going on here, and I already know that the English Defamation League is going to be protesting outside your office for broadcasting this. But it's all semantics. It's all wordplay. There is real news happening, and we're wasting time with this.
I agree.
I don't know if anybody caught CNN today. Not CNN, C-SPAN. I mean, hey, I'm 20 years old, and I'm sitting around in my underwear watching C-SPAN. What does that say about me?
Hey, man, I'm 29. I watch the C-SPAN. I'm not usually in my underwear, but, I watch it.
I can't help it, Nancy Pelosi.
Oh.
Sometimes they put Condoleezza
No, she's a little sex pot. You're right. She's unbelievable. There's a two-way there.
That kept me wired to my TV for ages. But I digress.
Okay.
Dennis Kucinich, basically, and I'm going to abstain from the profanity, but he basically lit Obama up.
Really?
Finally?
About
the car czars and the whole destruction of America. He picked his words carefully. But he said several times that these are appointed, not elected officials overseeing the new automotive socialization going on here, and that they are actively trying to destroy America's production infrastructure to pave the way for cheap Chinese imports.
Well, that's true.
It is true, absolutely true, and it blew my mind to see it right there on C-SPAN.
But the problem is it's on C-SPAN. It was at a hearing. You won't even see a blurb of that on CNN, on CNBC, on MSNBC. It was just like when Kucinich actually declared 33 articles of impeachment against the Bush administration, the last 3 having to do with 9/11, and no major media carried it whatsoever. It was a small blurb on CNN and MSNBC, the supposed, liberal stations, and this was long before Lord Barack Obama had been declared our king. So why is it that when we have this supposed right-wing administration in, and the left comes out with 33 articles of impeachment, the media doesn't play up on it? Doesn't seem very correct, does it?
It certainly does not, but I want people to be aware that the fight is happening, the truth is being spoken. Hell, a few months back, I was just channel surfing. I wound up on Trinity Broadcasting Network, and instead of spontaneously bursting into flames at the sight of a holy man, I actually heard some pastor on there, I don't recall who, giving the true rundown of the Illuminati as per the Myron Fagan documents.
Oh, wow. No, there's a couple good preachers out there. A couple. I wouldn't say too many. There's a couple that got posted recently on my MySpace. One of these gentlemen was like, not heavier set, but, not thin, and he had some white hair, and he was talking New World Order before the Obama administration had come into power, but during the election, he was preaching a lot of truth, so I have to commend him for that. I thank you for the call, Adam. We're going to jump. Yes, I thank you, sir. Let's go to Darren in Canada. Darren, you're on the line.
Yes, hello, Jason.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I just wanted to make a comment. This is to you and to all the listeners. Some people, like I listen to your show, Alex's show, a bunch of other shows on GCN, and some callers, they ask, like, what can I do? I'm just one person. And I just want to give you an example what one person can do. I'll be as brief as I can. At work, there's a girl there at work, and we sort of talk a little bit. And it got to the subject of the environment, and we traded YouTube videos. And it got to the subject where I brought up vaccination, and she was like totally clueless about it. And then I gave her a whole bunch of links to go to, and I let her listen on my iPod to a whole bunch of radio shows, like Jeff Rentz had a bunch of doctors on, Dr. Bill Deagle on GCN, on Alex Jones, and it opened her eyes. Like, I didn't have to convince her of anything. It's like the truth just opened up her eyes. And I was talking, to some other coworkers at work about this swine flu, and it's a bunch of crap. It's nothing natural. It's something that's seems
it's
like
a hype fest.
Weapon.
Yeah, it's a hype fest. It's a bioweapon. It's something that they want people to roll up their sleeves and take some deadlier shots for.
And I'm talking to some people, and some people are like totally like they're in the matrix. It's like you couldn't, you can present all the evidence, and you couldn't open their eyes with a pry bar, But there's some people that are kind of like on the fence, neutral. They're open to new